The Little Mermaid. Drowning a fish in air, the young that cannot be reproduced rush for a bucket. The king and his trident, the submarines and their long range, boys and their toys. The lasagna that never stops giving, the infinite pan pales does the fish on the crust of the sea pie. Fell is the crumbled topped edges of the dish. West Indian chef, options to dignity. White sauce is the greatest sauce of all, in its augmented fat-stirred flour with a half pint of milk and fridge life of 3 days. The labyrinthian fish pie that keeps on giving, and the bald-headed but crustaceous head legs and tail curl meeting a ribboned tongue that followed. The uncorrupted urchins were flavoured with paprika and adjusted their shells around the new taste of pig. The fish in a dish more often tastes better alive if it smells, not of the sea, but its own dead flesh. It is no good for anyone. Never a fish, or otherwise a thinker, into jail, drunk. For earth is all available, down on a view of the sea. A wound split seam, an old song of eternal pain. The experience of the teenage mermaid. Aggressive inability to empathize with the aggressor. The pirates drink sugar and aspic where the mildew and a relentless sucking on limes is only a siren song of citrus fruits. Tell stories of the lost and the damned where wrecks are a lament, not landscape, and debtors washed out in the dye aspire upwards and out to beyond the surface, which breaks around a head or a hand in the shallows, where depth can be measured with a temperature-testing toe, baptism, or accidental drowning, and the community's responsive tragedy. Oppressors always expect the oppressed to extend to them the understanding so lacking in themselves. So the princess steps all over the Anglo-Caribbean crab. Sebastian, so red.
Right. The whole narrative is that a young girl disobeys her father, sells her soul and voice to the embodiment of evil, and goes from being a mermaid to a human being. On that journey, the top half makes it worth it. Outside of bodies and voices, the finitude of the curse can be a blessing in human form. Her waist looks smaller when her tail is wrapped in green. The river wails and a boat party chooses blubber from heels and elevated jazz music for inoffensive blinis that are faux caviar, so not harvested eggs and appetites. The mottled blue, a bruised shadow of riverside entertainments, and only in turning its torso up to the harpoon. The skeptical sea community becomes angered by the angry. Ursula, a marginal but powerful judgment, evil classic. Fish beneath the tail, beneath the waist. She too traded in dance, no longer leaving puddles. Her wetness misplaced popular culture's dance. Under the sea, Ariel forgets the word of the world, while to open the mouths of clams, the key ingredient is heat. The motivation for her complete change is love for a man, which is true of mermaids, equal a makeover can change your life. A believer in mermaids with human beings, people for the future, friends of the water, where other liquids disperse. To be half beast, half person, are just the conditions for dreaming, having an aspirational top and bottom relationship, where the mismatch is identity crises, manifest moving better in water.
Thank you.